Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Iyun on Mishna. Today we'll be focusing on Sheviis Perek Zion, Mishna Zion. I believe this is the last Mishnah in Perek Zion. Um, we come across a pretty general rule over here at the end of Mishnah Zion. When it talks about Mabatal mixtures, if you look in Yoreh De'ah, it talks about these things. There's a big klal. This is the generally accepted halacha that if milk and meat get mixed together, things like that, it's no Saint Tom. If you're dealing with two different items, two different liquids, or two different a liquid and a solid, two different things, then it depends no Saint Tom. And no Saint Tom generally we regard as shishim, one batal b'shishim, or batal b'shishim is less than 1/60th. If it's 1/60th of the mixture, it gives Tom to the mixture, and it would aser the mixture. If it's an iser, one of them is also, or it creates iser like Basar B'chalav. If it's less than shishim, min b'sheino mino, then it's batal, and the whole thing is mutter. The whole thing is happy to be mutter. Min b'mino, let's say you're talking about, let's say yayin, which is good yayin, wine is good wine, and you're mixed that with yayin nesech or things like that. So b'kolshu, it asks b'kolshu. This is what the Mishnah says. I don't know if we pass them like this, meaning even if, a thousand drops of good kosher wine and one drop of yanes, that would still aser min b'mino. Avodah zara could be it's not batel afilu be'elef. Avodah zara is maybe more chomer, but let's say a different iser you had in the Torah, min b'mino, basar nevela, let's say, and you have basar shchuta, you have kosher meat and non-kosher meat. So then even kolshu, I don't think it's the accepted opinion. We really paskin min b'mino is batel berov. That if you have two pieces of kosher meat and one basar shchuta and one basar nevela, it's mutter. Now, how many pieces you can eat is a question in the Rishonim. How many people you eat all three pieces, two pieces, one piece? But that's the three of machlokas in the Rishonim. But we generally assume it's batal berov. But then the Mishnah says Sheviis oseres kol shubamina v'shol b'mina v'no Saint Tom. Even the Mishnah that says this Tana, we really don't pass like mimino is kosher. There is a difference like Sheviis. Sheviis oser, it's a different lashon. Oser is kol shubamina v'shol b'mina v'no Saint Tom. If it's min b'sheino mino, right? Two different things, like we talked about it in the Mishnayos over here about a rose and oils from a different fruit or wine mixing with a rose or something like that to make a fragrance. So it's min b'sheino. That depends if the Sheviis fruit or the Sheviis presence is 1/60th or less than 1/60th. That's no Saint Tom. Then it would aser the whole thing. If it's less than that, then it would be batal, and the whole thing would be mutter. Then it says oseres kol shu b'mina. If it's min b'mino, meaning it's the same verid, it's the same rose, but you have rose oil from 7th year and rose oil from the 6th year. So oseres kol shu b'mina, I think there's a difference over here that even Lefi, the Tanakama, we really don't pass like min b'mino is kol shu. That means if you have 1 to 1,000, it's not batal. But technically, maybe you could take 1 out of 1,000 portion out and make it mutter. It doesn't aser the whole thing, meaning, or even if you wanted, you could take out a little bit in aser. We don't for sure say you violate an isra if you took a drop from it, because there's still a chance to do that. But Sheviis oseres kol shu b'mina, it makes the whole thing. It's this happy. The whole thing becomes aser. The chumrah of Sheviis, maybe the chumrah of Avodah Zarah also, the chumrah of Sheviis. So it would aser the whole thing, would aser the whole mixture, and therefore, for sure, if you ate any part of that bavada, you'd be over an isser of shvita if you did it in the wrong way. Obviously, if you did it, you're mafsid the Sheviis fruit, or you did schora with it, you would aser kol shu. I don't know if this is true or not. So it seems from the Mishnah, there's a different lashon in the Mishnah. Still struggling to find a clear explanation of this Mishnah, but that is what I have to offer you for Iyun on Mishnah for today. I hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.